Hello, my dear friends. After a long time that we didn't discuss the Bitcoin price action and analysis, basically since half a year ago that we discussed Bitcoin for the last time, nothing has changed. We were trading within this ascending channel, some kind of, and we were attached to this pink line of resistance and support, and everything went smoothly. And if you followed my Twitter account, I shared a lot of updates and they were on point. And but this recent break of the great resistance here was some kind of a surprise for me, but we understand what has driven this pump, this use of the Bitcoin ETF that everybody is psyched about. And let's look at at what happened. Definitely, what happened is that we broke this midterm of this year, midterm trend lines. Basically, we lost this trend line. Usually we retest it and get rejected. We retested it here, got rejected, but this strong support that I told you that it is actually strong, because it served as resistance for many times like a mirror, it worked as support this time too. And as long as we held it, we are not going to go lower. And we had the reasons to go lower because we have this uncovered week, and this is a big one. Usually we don't leave these kind of weeks uncovered. And truth to tell you guys, I think to tell you the truth, guys, I think that eventually we are going to cover it, and this is going to be when a huge sell-off is going to happen, like in 2020 and in 2018. So basically, this is still possible and on the table, but nobody knows when it is going to happen. We need to follow the price action and the levels that we have. So after that, what has happened here? We broke and reclaimed this first, as I call it, trend line after we started the macro reversal of the Bitcoin market and crypto market here. And this green line is important right now to hold. Secondly, we broke, alongside with this break, we broke this global trend line, which is this from 2017, a great trend line that showed us the support before taking off higher into a new bull run, and support then, and resistance after we turned into a bear market for many years here. And then it marked also the start of the next bull market, the takeoff and the start of the bull market. So definitely this 2017 trend line is a huge indicator of the bull run, and after we broke this intersection of this midterm and global trend lines, we need to hold it to say that we are in the bull market, and for the altcoins to start running and maybe outrunning the high profile coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Only if we retest successfully this support here, then we are going to go higher into the zones up to this 2020 trend line that we formed, that was also helpful as support before the takeoff into a bull run, and resistance after. So basically this would be a huge retest, and actually truth speaking, this possibly is going to be when if we hit this trend line, this may be a huge reversal for a long term for the market, maybe after the Bitcoin halving, who knows that. But definitely what is important to follow right now is Bitcoin's price action and how the weekly is going to hold the close, because as you can see, if we look at the weekly, we need to close above this 32 to 500 to be eligible to go higher. And is it possible that we retrace and get absorbed? Yes, technically everything is possible, especially under the pressure of the S&P market. And if you look at the S&P, I told you and warned you about it, that this pump that we had, enormous pump on crypto, on Bitcoin, I think it is not coincidental, because during the weekend we rarely pumped that high. It was, the reason for that was this S&P closing on the daily. On the daily, I told you that we left the 3 black crows. This is a bad indicator, bad sign for us. 3 black crows pattern tells us that we are going either going to retrace and get lower, or we start immediately going lower. And as you can see, we started immediately going lower as the week started from Monday, because this 200 moving average served as resistance already. We couldn't break it and we went lower. How low this can go? Definitely it is clear to me that first zone is, as you can see, the weekly closing was aggressive, and I mentioned it on my Twitter account immediately as we closed it. This is a very aggressive closing without the week below, and it told me that we are going lower up to at least somewhere here. That's that the weekly 200 moving average is going to be support and reversal here, in my opinion. It is around 3,950, 80, something like that. And on the monthly, we can see this is the same zone that we are going to tap, only 50 moving average. After that, we can think of some kind of reversal, either local or maybe even global, who knows. But that we are going to go there is clear for me, and I think the crypto pumped and this narrative about ETF was set up to the market on purpose in order to pick up the crypto market and save it from the possible pressure from the traditional market and stocks falling. That is why I think there is a high possibility and risks that we are going to dump lower. Only if we close under these 2 lines, black and green one, then it is going to be bad, and we are going lower, retest it, and going back lower to 26s. But right now it doesn't seem that high probability, in my opinion, but we should not rule out it, and we need to have it in our mind, keep it in our mind, and that if we fall below $32,000, it is invalidation of the bull market, especially for the altcoins. And you should be very cautious and close all your longs, all your spot positions on altcoins. Better sell it and wait for the price action to develop. And even if it's going to be a fake sell-off, usually when we close a high candle like daily under this huge support, usually it is a sign for us that we are going lower. It is over. But there is the possibility that we break it technically and reclaim it very fast, then it is back on bullish. But you should follow this closely and be very attentive with this. Let's look at the another indicator here. We will see this that I show every time, these channels that we are trading in. As you can see, during the 22 and 23 we traded exactly precisely within this rising channel, and I told you that if we I thought that this possibly is going to be our resistance and we will continue doing something like this. But this didn't happen, and we broke this trend line to the upside and we promoted into a higher channel. Nothing is new here, but if you will look at it, I don't like these candles, these weeks that we live. This raises the possibility that the weekly is going to close under it, and if it does, then definitely it's fucked up. And all this break is nothing more than a fake out. And then we are going back lower and continue trading like this. Something maybe like this. But if we hold it, then definitely we continue the ride to the upside, and then who knows what's going to happen next. We are talking what we see right now. So as you can see, this is another proof to you that we need to hold this $32,000 line and even higher maybe. So basically be very careful about it. And if we look at the ranges, we were trading within this precise ranges for a long time. This is the 2023 great accumulation range here, as you can see, and with the mid here at our great support and resistance here that proved to be very strong. And now we broke it. Wait a minute, we broke this. I don't know. Wait a minute, guys. Chose the wrong one. Let's just mark this. Can delete this. Okay, let's just mark this huge. This is when we broke from this accumulation range, and we need to hold this line in order to be, maybe we can, for example, retest up to this, not like this, up to this one. This is the lowest possible squeeze, and squeeze down here and reclaim back again fast, not closing under it, under 32,000. Then it would be a legit bullish situation. But if we close under it, then nothing is going to happen. And you should pay attention to this. Right now, it is clear to me that we are in a higher range, and these are the lines of the higher range. This is the mid, somewhere here around $39,000-$40,000. This is going to be the mid of this range, and as you can see, the range is going to be bigger because the higher the range, length. And so basically we need to follow whether we hold this, as I told you, this trend line and this range support around 32,400. It is an important range, and if we hold it, right, if we hold it, then definitely we continue going higher. We should not closing under it. Then this is going to be a very bad situation and invalidation of our reclaim of this range and this trend line reclaim. This is going to be the breaking of the bullish structure if we dive under this green trend line and this range support. Then we will be back into this lower range, and this is going to last for a longer time. So basically pay attention to this. Also, to show you that the possibility and the importance of these levels is very important, let's look at our total market cap. If you remember last time I shared to you when we lost, I told you that if we lost this how to call it, this trend line, this red trend line here, we were trading within the range here on the total market cap as Bitcoin too, and it was logical that we will tap, what the fuck, if we tap this mid-range of this. Of course, locally it was as the reversal, but technically with the weak inefficiency week that we have here, and with the logical of the accumulation range, we should have retested it here and get back lower, at least to recover this one and do something like this or like this. It would be logical to me because we have a strong resistance here at the 2020 global trend line as resistance here, and also we had this local resistance. It made sense to me and it was logical, but also it was very logical to the market too. And I told you that the market makers, they and big guys behind all the markets, they learn all the common crowds narratives and they use it against us. So basically, if when everybody started talking about, yes, the price is range bound and we are going to trade in this accumulation range, why doesn't it change? My god. Then definitely it was the sign that it is not going to happen as we expect it to happen. Not that easy for us. So now when Bitcoin broke the huge resistance for it, everybody's mega bullish, and maybe this is going to be our mistake. Maybe not, but I told you where the invalidation is going to be if so. If not, where we save, I told you and showed you many times in this video already. And let's look at the total market cap, and right now we are retesting this red local trend line, and if we fail to break it and reclaim it, then definitely we are not going higher. Definitely this can be our resistance. Maybe we are going to do something like this and go higher. Maybe we are going to lose it and recover this uncovered week. This we should pay attention to this line too and keep that in mind. But basically the more important part is to follow what I showed you on the Bitcoin pair, Bitcoin USDT pair, because it is easy confirmation and invalidation situation right there that you can use. Also, there is another chart on the total market cap that I want you to show. It is long and messy, but these lines are very important. These are the global lines. We have this 27 trend line important and 2020 trend line, and as long as we as soon as we lost it, they served as resistance for many times, a huge and great indicator of resistances for the crypto market. And as you can see, also at the same time, as I told you the last time, once we lost it, this trend line, we went down and we touched the very support that I showed you that we are going to touch. And also this 2019 trend line, I added it to you, and it served precisely as support and reversal of the market. And I think this is going to last for a longer time. And now what we have here, this 2017 trend line, we have reclaimed it right now. And what does it mean to us? The same as with Bitcoin. Sorry, it is messy, but it is very important for us to understand. And as you can see, what we can see here, again, right now we are retesting this, the same as with $32,000 to hold, as I told you. We are retesting this in 2017 as support right now. If we hold it, then we are going for higher to retest the 2020 trend line, which is more important and more powerful in my opinion right now, because as you can see the 2017 trend line, we break it and lose it. It serves as a good local support and resistance many times, but we break it, and it is not that stable and huge and strong as our 2020 trend line, this green one. So basically, if we hold above this 2017 dotted line, and then we continue to go higher up to 144 150 trillion market cap, and then after that we will go for a correction, at least to this level of 2017 trend line. But if we lose it and close, for example, the daily today under it, then this is a cause for concern. And definitely we have the inefficiencies here because the pump was strong and heavy. But that doesn't mean that we are going to recover it immediately. We can do that in half a year after we tap this one and get back under. So definitely pay attention to this. We are on the verge of retesting the huge support and an important support, and we need to pay attention to this. So I hope this was useful to you guys, and you right now you know the invalidation of this bullish mania that we had, and you know where to sell everything and stop longing in case we don't hold this line. Good luck to you guys.